Breathable air, healthy rivers, quality drinking water, and our cities without piles of solid waste pose a serious challenge today. But what if there's a game changer? Meet Techknowgreen Solutions Limited, an environmental consulting organization transforming how we tackle pollution and sustainability. This company made headlines by getting listed on the BSE SME platform. With over 20 years of experience and more than 2,600 successful projects, they are not just addressing environmental challenges, but also redefining our planet's future. So let's dive into the incredible journey of Techknowgreen Solutions and its commitment to a sustainable future.
Meet Dr. Ajay Ojha, Managing Director, and Dr. Prasad Pawar, CEO of Techknowgreen Solutions. Both are the company's promoters and have been associated with it since its inception. Dr. Ajay Ojha holds a PhD in chemistry and a master's in environmental science, while Dr. Prasad Pawar holds a PhD in environmental science with expertise in e-waste management. Together, they bring over 42 years of combined experience in the industry.
जब तक लोग हैं तब तक there are problems and environmental problems बहुत ज़्यादा concrete होते जा रहे हैं in the entire world and especially in India. Human sustenance 5 elements पे based है: energy, transport, infrastructure या construction and manufacturing, waste which is generated out of this, and cooking fuel. Every time an activity happens, there is a potential to create pollution. जैसे जैसे पोल्यूशन का एक्सटेंट एंड वेरिएबिलिटी चेंज हो रहा है, वैसे वैसे कंट्रोल मेजर्स चेंज हो रहे हैं. द गवर्नमेंट एज वेल एज प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स आर टेकिंग पार्ट इन दिस टू कंट्रोल द पोल्यूशन. अब ये पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल करने के लिए आइदर यू कैन पुट डिवाइसेस इन प्लेस और यू कैन पुट कंट्रोल मेजर्स थ्रू पॉलिसीज, राइट? Now, if you take this entire regime, Techknowgreen comes into picture for hand holding and getting all these regulatory permissions along with the technical insights to control devices. This is where we are touching upon every industry which is potentially creating pollution, at the same time the survival of human beings, which is also responsible for some part of the pollution through its demand as well as through the activities. Interestingly, our endeavors and our principles are reflected in our name itself, that is Techknowgreen Solutions Limited, wherein tech represents the technology vertical of our company, whereas know, that is representing knowledge consulting, and the green solutions, that is all answers are in nature, are taken up as a principle in innovation that represents our research division. Let's take a deep dive into Techknowgreen Solutions business verticals. We work in 3 different verticals. First vertical is knowledge consulting, which comprises of consulting and sustainability. Second vertical is technology, which comprises of execution and information technology solutions. Third vertical is research, which comprises of engineering and policy.
So, sir, how is the revenue segment divided? Who are your customers and how do you get those customers?
TSL revenue basically gets generated from diversified services which Techknowgreen provides, which basically gets accumulated under 3 verticals. The general distribution of the business is basically knowledge consulting contributes 40%, technology contributes 30%, and research contributes 30%. This varies as year-on-year basis as per the job we get.
So, sir, what are some of the key projects that have defined your company's success?
There are many technologies which Techknowgreen has invented. There are certain technologies which Techknowgreen is proud of invention. One of them is circular economic wetland technology. This technology basically utilized for wastewater treatment in situ nala as well as for the lake water purification as well as institutional wastewater purification, and in a decentralized manner for urban wastewater treatment. This technology implementation we have done in almost 16 states of India and one in the Gulf as well. So this technology works on the basis of the principle of the nature. So we treat the wastewater with the help of plant species, and that is the truth. it is very easy to treat the wastewater, and you don't require a lot of electrical mechanical equipments, trained manpower and chemicals for the wastewater treatment. Our second technology is Yuka Yantra. We all know that we can't survive without the fresh air. Oxygen is the necessity for our life. If oxygen, pure air is not there, we cannot survive in the atmosphere. Understanding the importance of air, we have developed this technology which basically get installed on different critically polluted area as well as severely polluted areas, and can remove the dust particle as well as the gases from the air. So this technology is already approved by Maharashtra Technical Committee and getting implemented at many places in Maharashtra. With this research, we are going pan-India to establish this technology for the betterment of air and for the betterment of human being basically. The third product which Techknowgreen has developed is KYC. KYC is a Know Your Compliance software. Many industries are dependent upon the consultant and does not have their own environmental officer to take care of their environmental affairs. At that time, if consultant is not literate and cannot provide the proper solutions to the company, they can land up into the trouble. However, this KYC software helps them by feeding the 5-minute data into the software and can let them know that whether they are violating any condition and whether they are complying with the standards given by the State Pollution Control Board or Central Pollution Control Board. This technology basically helps in submitting all the compliances required by the requisite authorities and help to keep company complying at all times.
So, sir, what are the challenges that you faced in the business?
So 3 major points of challenges. First has always been money. The second has been talent, and third is reach. In terms of talent, we could attract certain talent being in the partnership regime, but those talent used to be more or less like coming for training at our center, and then they used to leave in 6 months or 8 months. So retention of talent was really a challenge. And in terms of money, of course, because we were working more on the EPC or project turnkey contracts, so obviously it requires a lot of cash flow management and the input in terms of money. So that has always been a challenge in terms of being the first generation entrepreneurs. Creating that kind of an collateral for the money has always been a challenge. Whereas reach, Prasad, I think you know on the ground reality. Why don't you mention that?
So basically, when we talk about reach, we always have a technology or solutions which can be implemented pan-India. But because of the limitation related to resources holding, money, we could not do that. So that is basically, we think that was a challenge for us. In addition to that, being a partnership company, we always used to have a focus on reducing the cost and doing the multitasking within the organization, by which we can reduce our cost basically. But I think that was a wrong strategy at that moment of time, जो आज हम लोग realize करते हैं when we are looking at a larger picture.
In 2023, you completed an IPO and raised about 16.72 crores. What were the changes that you saw post the IPO?
So there has been an emblem which has been taught to us. We were technocrats right from the beginning of the era of our business. And we always believed that technology is all the solution that a business needs. With the IPO coming into picture, we realized that monetizing intelligence is more important than just putting up projects in place or technology in place. And IPO, we have been promoting IPOs for everyone who meets us who's an entrepreneur now. It has actually changed the entire thought process that we have. The landscape that we thought was the limitation. And as we mentioned that, our reach, our visibility has increased to multifold. The trust that people have in us, organizations, our clients have in us is increased, to a sky limit. People believe in us as a company now rather than individuals. Because consulting business usually is an individual driven business. So, with the IPO coming into picture and with the limited company, domain that we have now, things have really changed and we are actually able to monetize our intelligence now in a much better fashion.
How do you see your short-term and long-term plans aligned with the industry?
So I think short-term plans are, we know that we have solutions which can be implemented and pan India uska spread ho sakta hai. So geographical expansion is one of the agenda which we are having as a short-term goal, and by that we think the products which we have in our kitty can be generate a huge business for us, and it has got a good potential to grow with.
There is one more point I would like to add on the short-term goals, because we are coming up with a laboratory which was the only missing part in our business 360-degree view. And this laboratory is not only going to be a testing laboratory for environmental aspects, but it would be a very high-end climate change research laboratory also, which actually is the demand of the entire globe as of now. So our expansion plans include futuristic vision to be integrated into our soul of or core and DNA of our research, to be, and we would probably the first consulting firm which is also a full-fledged research firm. That's the short-term goal. Mid-term goal, definitely keep on doing the business as usual and keep on exploring the markets in terms of geography and in terms of sectors. Like we right now have Quality Control of India, approval for
Empanelment, accreditation for NABED. So we have started with 5 sectors as an accredited sector. Now we have 13 sectors with us, and 4 more sectors the audit has been already carried out, and we are positive about it that we will get those sectors. So that is another thing which can grow multifold in terms of the geographical expansion. And
finally the final goal is always the magical number of 100 crores. We also want to reach there, but let me tell you, and we have our own vision in place that we want to have a gradual growth which is consistent forever, and we are here for a long play. We just don't want to have an exponential growth and fall flat. We want to give our investors the trust. We want to give the people, our clients, the trust that we are here for them, hand-holding, and with a consistent growth of almost 30-40%, which we are achieving to go on forever.
How does the company's plan align with the industry growth?
So if you look at the industrial sector and the gambit of services that we apply to, since it starts from the planning stage, all the investments that come into India, especially as of now, and the global markets, the way it has been behaving, is actually giving us a lot of opportunities. Now this opportunity actually in terms of numbers looks like something like National Clean Air Program having set aside 80,000 crore rupees for 121 cities. At the same time, the Jal Shakti Mission has 10,000 crore rupees for sewage treatment. Similarly, if you look at industries, almost 5% of their money goes into environment, infrastructure and permitting. So sky's the limit. I mean, the market is huge, the potential is great, the opportunity is great, and Techknowgreen with its services and the growth plans, expertise that we have is going to align exactly what the demand of the industry is right now. Not only that, we are working on a very different aspect of bringing in design thinking into our business strategy, wherein our providing experiences of handling such projects for the customer is going to be our prima facie principle of aligning ourselves with the industry needs. And we are here to stay. As I was saying, we are here to stay for a long run with a bright future, and in terms of
continual growth,
and in terms
steady
of
and consistent,
and in terms of viability, bring together both the economic, the social and the environmental aspects into our business.